Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys.
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Hey wife, did you know that Anchor is sponsoring our show?
Really? Don't we use Anchor to distribute our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts?
Yeah, and we are on just about every other platform available as well, thanks to them.
Why do we use Anchor as our podcasting service?
Well, they make editing and distributing our show a breeze.
What if one of our listeners wants to start their own podcast?
Then they should head over to anchor.fm or download the app to get started.
Awesome! You guys should go do that right now! Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened yesterday?
Some dude fell through lattice work, or, maybe got pushed. We don't know. But, yeah, he fell, and then he went to ask Beelzebub.
Bowed with the ball, the bang,
yeah.
diggy.
And then he got it.
He asked him, am I going to be okay?
Yeah, but then they didn't actually, the guys that he sent to ask Beelzebub didn't actually make it there because they got stopped by Elijah, who then, called...
Who's hairy.
Yeah, who's hairy.
Yeah.
He's really fucking hairy, apparently.
Yeah.
But then he was like, you're dead, and he killed 50 of them. And then the king sent 50 more, and then he was like, you're dead, and he killed 50 of them. And then he sent a third one, and he was like, whoa, dude, what do you need? I'm all yours.
Mm-hmm.
And that was that.
That was that.
And then he died.
And then
the king died.
Yeah, because you were like, he said, and he did, and
yeah, no,
you were doing pronoun abuse.
I did.
Okay.
But the king died.
The king died.
After falling through the lattice and then sending troops to Beelzebub. Who got intercepted by Elijah.
The hairy man.
The hairy man.
Yes, that is what happened.
Okay.
You got it.
All right, so that was 2 Kings chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
And today we're getting into
2 Kings chapter 2.
All right, let's go do this.
Okie dokie.
Hey wife, do you like coffee in the morning?
I sure do, husband. Morning, noon, night. Which reminds me, I need to add that to our grocery list because we're running low.
Wait, before you do that, check out the website ungodlybrew.com where you can purchase a pound of your favorite flavor of coffee.
What if I want more than 1 pound?
Either order a larger amount, or better yet, get 10% off by setting up a subscription for every 2 weeks, or a month, or whatever works for you.
Did you set up something special for our listeners?
You know I did. Exclusive for our listeners, get an additional 10% off subscriptions by entering the code SACRILEGIOUSCOFFEE at checkout.
That's a hellishly good deal.
Ungodly Brew is hellishly good coffee.
Okay, 2 Kings chapter 2.
Okay.
And I got to read this headline, even though we're not
doing headlines. Right.
But I really like this headline.
Oh, okay.
Elisha succeeds Elijah.
Oh, so Elijah's going to die.
I mean, either that or he's going to hand off the baton.
Right. Or his hair overgrew his mouth so much that he couldn't speak anymore. So he's like, dude, I'm going to drown in this shit.
It's just I forget which one came first, The
chicken or the egg, right?
Oh, my God. You're annoying me today. Okay, so ready?
I'm ready.
When the Lord was about to take Elijah up to heaven in a whirlwind.
In a whirlwind, huh?
A fucking whirlwind. Damn. Elijah and Elisha were traveling from Gilgal. And Elijah said to Elisha, "Stay here, for the Lord has told me to go to Bethel." But Elijah replied, This is so confusing. "As surely as the Lord lives and you yourself live, I will never leave you." So they went down together to Bethel. They're besties.
Yeah.
That's cute. 2 boys with the same name.
Right.
And they're best friends.
Yeah.
The group of prophets from Bethel came to Elisha and asked him, "Do you know that the Lord is going to take your master away from you today?"
Why do they know that?
Right?
Hey,
guess what? Your mentor's gonna die today. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Right? Yeah.
That's weird. Of course I know, Elisha said, but be quiet about it.
Okay. Does Elijah not know?
I don't know.
Okay.
Then Elijah said to Elisha, "Stay here, for the Lord has told me to go to Jericho." But Elisha replied again, as surely as the Lord lives, and you yourself live, I will never leave you.
Right.
So they went on together to Jericho. Okay. Then the group of prophets, I think we're going to see this happen again.
Okay,
ready?
Yeah.
Then the group of prophets from Jericho came to Elisha and asked him, did you know that the Lord is going to take away your master from you today?
Is it still the same day, I guess?
No, they went to a different town.
Oh.
They're traveling. They're walking around.
Okay.
Now they're in Jericho.
Okay.
So these prophets all over the fucking place just know.
Got it.
Of course I know, Elijah answered, but be quiet about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't get this. What is
I don't
happening?
I don't know.
And why do all of the prophets know? Why is Elijah saying, yes, I know, be quiet though?
Right.
What is happening?
And Elijah is a prophet too, so why doesn't he know?
He does know. He says, I know.
Elijah does.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
And he's the one telling him to be quiet.
Yeah, I had my Elijah mixed
Elijah,
up.
though, he's a prophet also, and so, why doesn't he know?
I think he does know.
Okay.
I think he does know.
All right.
Then Elijah said to Elisha, stay here, for the Lord has told me to go to the Jordan River.
Holy shit.
But again,
right.
Elisha replied, as surely as the Lord lives, and you yourself live, I will never leave you.
Right.
He's singing it now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. I will never leave you. So they went on together. 50 men from the group of prophets also went and watched from a distance as Elijah and Elisha stopped beside the Jordan River.
Okay.
Then Elijah folded his cloak together and struck the water with it. Boom!
Oh.
Bam!
What the hell?
I don't know. I made those noises out.
I know, but that was cool.
He struck the water with it.
Right, yeah.
Crash! Pow! The river divided.
What?
And the two of them went across on dry ground.
What the fuck? I didn't know there was a second parting of water. Or, I guess technically this would be three. Mm-hmm. There was the Red Sea. There was the river. Was it the Jericho? Wait, is it the Jericho River? Wait,
what are you talking about?
When they were it was just outside of Jericho. What was the river that they crossed with the ark?
I don't remember.
I think what's the name of this river?
This river is the Jordan.
Right? Yeah, so it was the Jordan. Yeah, so they stopped the Jordan twice now.
That's awesome.
Cross, right?
It must be a stream.
I guess, yeah, right?
It must be easy.
Yeah.
So when they got to the other side, Elijah said to Elisha, tell me what I can do for you before I'm taken away. So see, he knows.
Okay.
And Elisha replied, please let me inherit a double share of your spirit and become your successor.
Well, that's nice. Yeah.
He's like, you're so awful.
Right.
Not awful.
No, you're awesome.
So awesome. I want to be just like you.
Right. Twice as much, even.
Mm-hmm. You have asked a difficult thing, Elijah replied. If you see me when I'm taken from you, then you will get your request. But if not, then you won't.
Okay.
Then I will never take my eyes off you, I guess.
My eyes and look.
Give me some super glue.
Right.
As they were walking along and talking, suddenly a chariot of fire appeared. What the fuck? Drawn by horses of fire.
What the fuck?
It drove between the two men, separating them, and Elijah was carried by a whirlwind into heaven.
Oh my God.
This is so stupid. Elisha saw it and cried out, my father, I see the chariots and charioteers of Israel. And as they disappeared from sight, Elisha tore his clothes in distress. I guess he did.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not fair.
No.
Fucking fiery horses.
Right? What the fuck is that
That's not fair. I didn't even have a chance.
Right.
The hell, rigged game.
But, I gotta say, Elijah has had one of the best deaths so far.
Yeah, he has.
In the Bible. That was pretty,
he got picked up.
Fancy.
There are some who say that since he didn't actually die and was carried by a whirlwind into heaven, that he is still alive today and that he is the only living person in heaven.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's a fable, story,
yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Legend?
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right.
So Elisha picked up Elijah's cloak, which had fallen when he was taken up. Then Elisha returned to the bank of the Jordan River. He struck the water with Elijah's cloak and cried out, where is the Lord, the God of Elijah? Then the river divided and Elisha went across.
Well, see there, he's got the power.
I got the power.
Right, yeah.
Did you ever dance to that song?
Got the power of Grayskull.
I have the power. But did you ever dance to that song?
I don't think so, no.
They played it at all the high school dances that I went to.
I think that was before I was in high school. You're slightly older than I am. So
I graduated in 93. When did you graduate?
96.
Oh my God, you're so young. When the group of prophets from Jericho saw from a distance what happened, they exclaimed, Elijah's spirit rests within Elisha. Wah!
Okay.
And they went to meet him and bowed to the ground before him. You're cool, man.
Yeah.
They were like, Jeezy Pete's. Sir, they said, just say the word, and 50 of our strongest men will search the wilderness for your master. Perhaps the Spirit of the Lord has left him on some mountain or in some valley. Right?
What the fuck?
No. Elisha said,
no, dude's dead.
Do not send them. But they kept urging him until they shamed him into agreeing, and he finally said, all right, whatever. Fuck, man, send them.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's exactly what he said.
Exactly how he said it, too.
For those new to the podcast, I tend to add my own F-bombs.
I gave up trying to edit wife out.
Because it's better the way I'm saying it. It is.
I mean, I'm not arguing. I think a lot of people agree. So yeah.
There you have it. So 50 men searched for 3 days, but did not find Elijah.
Okay. I wasn't expecting them to.
No, right?
Yeah.
Elisha was still at Jericho when they returned. Didn't I tell you not to go, stupids? He asked. One day, the leaders of the town of Jericho visited Elisha. We have a problem, my lord. Red alert, they told him.
Red alert, they said, huh?
They said red alert.
Okay, all right.
This town is located in pleasant surroundings, as you can see, but, hey, so the water is bad and the land is unproductive.
Oh, man, that's not good.
Elisha said, bring me a new bowl with salt in it.
I'll fix this shit.
He's feeling his oats.
Yeah, he is.
So they brought it to him. Then he went out to the spring that supplied the town with water and threw the salt into it, and he said, this is what the Lord says. I have purified this water.
With salt, huh?
It will no longer cause death or infertility.
Oh my gosh, good. That's awesome.
You can have all the babies now.
Wow.
Fuckity fuck.
It's amazing.
And the water has remained pure.
To this day?
Ever since. Just as Elisha said.
Got it.
Should have been to this day.
Right.
Elisha left Jericho and went up to Bethel. As he was walking along the road, a group of boys from the town began mocking and making fun of him.
That's not good.
Rude. Go away, Baldy, they chanted.
Oh no, I know this story.
Go away, Baldy.
I know this story.
What is this story?
He's gonna they're gonna get mauled by bears.
Are you serious?
I think so.
I don't know this story.
Oh,
why do you know this story?
Because it's popular.
I like popular things.
Just read it. It's good
Okay.
shit. Well, wait. Yeah, we don't have much to go.
Elisha turned around and looked at them, and he cursed them in the name of the Lord. Then 2 bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of them. What the fuck? How did you know that?
Right?
How did you know that?
Because it pops up on social media.
Twitters and
on
whatnot?
Twitters, yeah, and whatnot.
From there, Elisha went to Mount Carmel and finally returned to Samaria. The end. I'm so upset.
That motherfucker cursed 42 kids to die by bear.
Calling them bald.
For calling them bald to die by bear.
I've called you worse. Well, for that matter, you've called me worse.
Right,
so,
right.
I mean,
yeah,
geez.
That's not a good start. That seems asshole-ish to me. They're kids. They're fucking kids.
That is vindictive and shitty.
Now, I'm not okay with them calling you bald. But,
but there was a better way to address that than killing them.
Right.
That is not what you do with mean kids.
Right. And yeah. And they are just pointing out something that is probably true. I'm just saying, they don't just call someone baldy because, they're not bald.
They could have said, you are a hairy motherfucker.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, that they wouldn't have just come up with that on their own. So, he's obviously got a complex about it, right?
Oh, he doesn't like being bald.
And so he cursed 42 kids. Was literally all of them calling him baldy or whatever, bald and whatever?
I don't know.
42 fucking kids and he just stood there and watched them get mauled by a bear.
And
2 bears.
He just carried on, was like, what you gonna do?
Right? It's fucking crazy.
That's bad. That is not what you do.
No.
You don't kill kids who are calling you names.
Yes.
You could call them little assholes and scream, get off my lawn!
Right.
And shit like that.
But don't wish death upon them.
And don't put death upon them.
And, if you're the guy that walks out with a shotgun, definitely don't shoot them.
Right?
That's not how that goes.
Maybe be like, hey, I know your mom. She's looking for you,
right.
You little cunt.
Yeah, but they're
kids,
man. They're fucking kids.
And you know what? Kids suck. And I say this as the mother of 2 of them.
Right.
Kids suck. They're going to be rude sometimes.
But you don't kill them for sucking.
You just don't kill them for sucking.
Right.
Now, granted, my kids never called people names like that. So
right,
that means I am an awesome parent.
Sure.
Or that my kids were awesome despite my
right.
raising of them.
Right.
So I don't know which way you want to go. But there's a lot of kids in the world, and there's a lot of cussing kids in the world.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of mean kids that make fun of you in the world.
Right.
And you just don't kill them.
Correct.
That's that.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and call this an episode.
I guess we're gonna call it done.
Yeah.
I'm very dissatisfied. Bad Elijah.
Bad Elijah.
Okay.
All right. So that was 2 Kings chapter 2.
It was indeed, sir.
And tomorrow we'll be back with
2 Kings chapter 3.
Also, be on the lookout. We just put up a new Patreon episode as you're receiving this episode. So if you want to check it out, we've got a episode out now called it's about how we're lowbrow and how people think of us as a podcast. So definitely, it takes $2 a month, gets you in there. You can listen to the episodes that we do special for our patrons. And go and check that out. So it's patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.